Hi, everyone. We're back with Divorce Talk with Carla Donnelly from the law firm Gentile, Horho, and Avali. And I'm Nan Cohen, divorce reality expert. Carla, we were chit-chatting a little bit before. I have a couple I was working with, and working with both of them because they're trying to save the marriage, which is really, the coronavirus has really pushed them into a lot more communication with each other because there's nowhere for them to go right now other than for a quick walk. So in one part of the discussion, it got a little heated, and he said, well, this would be the perfect opportune time for me to go online, get a couple forms, get us divorced. My, our retirements had taken a hit economically. Things are on a downturn right now. This is the time for me to get out. And I said to you, that's like when I hear somebody say they're going to go online, grab a couple forms, have you sign them, I'll sign them, split this up, do this. That's like just runs through me. So I wanted to get that addressed with you. I say for those are the wrong reasons to go online, get a couple forms, and think you're going to get divorced. So could you help me through that?
So I never think it's a good idea to go online, get the forms, and get divorced yourself unless you've been married a week, you have no assets, and no support issue, and it is simple as simple can be. But if you so much as own a house, have a retirement account, have a kid, any of those things, those are all reasons why you should not do that. I see these on the back end because in Pennsylvania, if you sign something, they're going to hold you to it. And I see people come in and they said, oh, we got these forms online, we signed them, and now it's not working, it's not making any sense, or this was bad, I'm getting screwed, I thought I was getting this, and it doesn't actually say that, what do I do? And I really can't fix it at that point because the distribution of property, how a divorce is economically settled, it's not modifiable. You know what you were doing, or you didn't get a lawyer, or you didn't understand, those are not reasons to get you out of the document that you signed. And so, if it's a modifiable support, yeah, maybe I can get the support modified, but sometimes, alimony's, we have in there sometimes it says, I'm going to pay you, $2,000 a month in alimony for life, and then somebody comes in and says, well, I can't afford that anymore. Can you get this changed? And if it says that it's non-modifiable, it's non-modifiable. So I can't get you out of it.
Yeah, they think that these forms are just miracles and you just fill in a couple blanks, and they don't think they're in it for the minute, not for the long term. And I think that it really makes me scared. So, and P.S. to that, it was just him, the husband in this case, just spouting, and it wasn't. By the end of the call, everything was calmed down again. So I wanted to put that out there, and we're still in a working in process, but things are working out there. Anything new with what's going on with the economic impact on what you're seeing?
Well, there are divorce cases now where people have met their 1-year separation, or they both consented to the divorce, but they want to go forward into the system right now. It's going to be delayed. I mean, not everything's happening now as fast as people want it to happen. Everything's on hold. So while the court is continuing to hold some proceedings voluntarily, if both sides agree, the vast majority of cases are getting postponed. And so if you had something, for instance, an equitable distribution trial before a master in Allegheny County, and it was scheduled to occur in April. Now it may not be occurring until July. So if you were next in line to get one for May, you may now be pushed out to August. So, everybody's going to have to be a little bit more patient with, how things roll. But I think the court's doing a great job in trying to manage all the different pieces and prioritize things like domestic violence, but that has put some of the economic issues in cases on hold.
Yeah, and we're gonna hit to a video up real soon here about the domestic violence increase that we've been seeing, and I think we noticed that early on, so we will discuss that in an upcoming quick video here. But finishing up some of the things economically, you think we're going to have the doors open? Because I noticed that the numbers in China have jumped tremendously with divorce filings. Um, do you think we're going to? My hope is that some of this coronavirus keeps us together and doesn't put us over the edge. That's my biggest hope, that things are fixable and people can see that in some instances, not all, and we're going to hit that in shortly. But I'd like to see the fact that even if you're going to head through that divorce, that the communication piece picks up, and the economic impact. Remember, getting divorced doesn't affect one person; it affects the marital estate. And I wanted you to comment on that.
I mean, we've heard anecdotally that in China and other places that the divorce rate has picked up once things reopen. So it's possible that will happen here. I'm an optimist, and I like you think that maybe this togetherness maybe made people appreciate each other and appreciate their family and what they built together, and maybe lends itself to people maybe giving something a chance. I think that I think there's going to be instances where situations become more tense, possibly abusive, when people are cooped up together. When a lot of people live separate lives. One person travels for work, the other person's home, and they're just passing in the night, and they're just roommates. And now all of a sudden they're back in a nuclear family situation where everybody's home, sitting at the dinner table together, and maybe it's bad. And I think you have to give some time for life to get back to normal. But at the same time, if abuse, it could be verbal abuse, if that's emerging,
because we're going to fringe on that.
We'll talk about physical abuse, but sometimes just verbal abuse. And you realize maybe this isn't a situation I want to be in long term, then maybe you do go for that divorce when you feel the time is right. I mean, people can file for divorce now if they want to, but I at the same time understand when you're cooped up under the same roof with somebody, that may not be what you want to do. Now would maybe be a good time to get educated about what your rights are so that you can prepare.
Yeah, I agree. Well, again, I thank you for joining me. And as again I said, Carla Donnelly from the law firm Gentile, Horho, and Avali. Nan Cohen, divorce reality expert. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to shoot another segment on domestic abuse. So we'll be right back.